Okay, we were talking about the problems that are associated with measuring the quantity that we're going to be putting on board the ship. But what about the contract itself? What does it say about quantity? Well, typically, the contract will be something like 30,000 tons plus or minus a certain quantity. And what do we usually have in the market? Well, the common amounts would be, I'll say the contract is 30,000 tons of gas oil. And commonly, we would expect to have something like plus or minus 5%, or plus or minus 10%. We call this operational tolerance. The reason we call it operational tolerance because it's not necessarily a trading tool. It's a requirement for the person who controls the ship to be able to adjust the quantity they put on the vessel, because they're not entirely certain that when they do the trade, they'll be able to find a vessel that could load 30,000 tons exactly, 33,000 tons, or 27,000 tons. So the question is, who gets to decide whether it's plus 10% or plus or minus 10%? Well, the answer is obviously the person who controls the ship. So that would be the FOB buyer, or conversely, the CIF seller. That's an operational tolerance. That's a necessity of the physical reality of the density of the cargo. Can you fit it on board the ship? The size of the ship that was hired to do the journey. But can the trader use that? And does a trader use that? Which is to say, is there an economic value in changing this optionality? We can ask that question or answer it by saying, if you had a contract for 30,000 tons that you were buying, FOB, and you're a trader, would you rather have A, plus or minus 5, B, plus or minus 10%, C, plus or minus 20%, or D, plus or minus 100%? Let's see if you can figure that out as a trader.
Before we can answer that, we have to ask the question, who gets the option? Is it your choice, or is it the seller's choice? Well, if it's your choice, which one do you think you want? Well, if it were me, I would take D. As far as I'm concerned, you always want as much option as you can get. If it's a very, very bad deal, I would take minus 100% and not perform at all. And if it's a very good deal, I want to double my volume and make lots of money. Well, I hope this answer was interesting for you. We have more answers for you if you choose to come to one of our courses.